Welcome YouTube one and all, this is the rolling review for Mini-Pla Bragigas. He is the final Voltasaur, the final Kyoryuger mecha to come out, and he is just wonderful. As you can see, I custom painted just the head alone to make it actually silver. His body is kind of a gray, but the head has a gleam to it. So I thought, hey, let's do some silver. Sadly, the black was eaten through by the silver that's beneath it, but the jaw came out great, looks wonderful. I didn't give him eyes because I'm barely ever going to use it in Bragi-Oh mode. But overall, he's really nice. Has like this nice gleam of these bright metallic-y gold finish for all the other dead Voltasaurs, other Zyudenryu that he has within him, the powers of. He's quite long, really small, but overall really hefty and cool. I mean, some great details are how his body is the Gigant cannon, the Gigante cannon finisher, and the tail is the axe. Fine details. And he's easy to transform. I mean, all he does is flip and switch, pretty much. You take off his head, pull out his tail, flip his body over, pull his legs up, flip his arms down, flip, one botcheroo, flip his claws, or his paws, up into his forearms, after you swing them around, spin them around, bend them up, and now all you do is put on his head, and make his axe, which right here, the top of his head, for the Bragi-Oh, actually pulls out, and he had the base of his axe staff, this piece right here, his beautiful silver head, actually has the faceplate down and in, and reveals his face mask, which plugs in right atop his torso. That's really nice and easy and snug. And last but not least, his axe goes right atop the staff. And on the back here are these two little fine plugs that help you piece them into his body. And right here, well, his forearm. And right now, Bragi-Oh, King Bragi-Oh, or whatever you want to call him, Bragigas, Gigante form, Gigant Bragigas, is really awesome. Really nice design. Looks like it does in the show. I mean, the only problem is it loses its knee articulation. The stickers, as you see, I'm trying to reapply because they are kind of popping off, because the adhesive is not really well done. They actually stay on a lot better when you apply a bit of base paint, like some primer, or just a coat of paint on certain areas. It helps the adhesive stick better than just this nice plastic, I've discovered. So, or put an extra bit of glue on it and it'll keep it on real tight. Overall, it's really nice. He has all these wonderful designs of the other Zyudenryu that are dead all over his body, like I said, the chrome gold. And it's really worth having. It's really amazing. And alongside of the other Kyoryuger mechs, it's great. And now assembled together are all the Voltasaurs. Even 00, the prototype. All 11. It's great. I love them. They're wonderful to have. And the best part about it is you can make Gigant Kyoryujin. And to make Gigant Kyoryujin, you literally have to part out Bragigas and piece them onto Kyoryujin, take Zactor and Parasagon away from Karagordon, and combine them all. And I'm actually going to use the more recent combination they used when they did the Christmas special finish to perform the execution of how they do the final blast. And now, these are the parts, when transformed, will become Gigant Kyoryujin. Now, for Gigant Kyoryujin, you have his feet, head, chest over here, shoulder mount, and staff still, and the back piece, which will become the Gigante cannon. And to do so, you're going to need your Kyoryujin with the tail removed from the back and the Stagochi tail completely removed in general. And that will be your first step, to have your Kyoryujin look similar like this and to peg it down on the feet. Now, with the feet actually attached to their little high-rises, I would insist you plug in the chest paneling, which plugs right into the two holes on his chest, in his abs, that is now done. And on the back, plug in the rest of Bragigas to help stabilize the figure. This should keep him up and make sure he's always standing. Now the crown and tail, that actually is a crazy part in general. You actually have to plug it into the bottom end of the tail and then fold it over so that the tail is actually held in place by the head alone, and you'll slip it over the regular base head. Now, I'm not going to put the base head and helmet in the tail because it'll just be simpler for me to re-transform it once this review is done, so I'm just going to put it off to the side. And once removing the little head, plug in the new head and crown, which slides in as so, to make Gigante. And then the last two parts are making the staff and putting on Parasagon as the Gatling chamber round, which is simple. All you gotta do is pull this part, plug it on to the tail, make sure it actually fits in the hole first, and plug this atop of it. And finally, he is now completely assembled and looks amazing. Looks like the deluxe toy, looks like the suit. It's just fan-freaking-tastic. I love it. I love this form. I actually at first didn't like it because of this huge-ass tail crown, which can barely get into frame. I tried the best to get this all into frame without getting my calendar in frame of the photo. Honestly, this is like literally from the bottom of the boot and this little, high-rise to at least regular Kyoryujin's head is at least a good bout scale with a figure, and this would be about the size of probably like an RAH or something. I mean, this thing is just tall when you go from head to toe. It probably reaches like the crotch or the gut of the regular deluxe toy, and I'm glad I got it. It's really huge and hefty. It does have one last form, which is the Gigante cannon, which is a simple, all you gotta do is just take off Zoctor and Parasagon, take the back off and readjust it, and then put it with all the other Voltasaurs, and they can launch the final attack in Kyoryuger, which we'll get into right now. And there you go, the final form, when they have the Gigante cannon. Now the cool part about it is, once it opens up, it'll have all the batteries, and it can fire its final attack. It's really cool and great. I mean, I put in there the Plezu-Oh and Pteraiden, Ankidon, because in the recent episode they did do this formation. They didn't, however, use the cannon, but I'm just incorporating it for shits and giggles. Now, when you open up the cannon itself, it actually makes a cracking sound. Don't worry, it's supposed to do that. And inside you have all these beautiful little metallic silver batteries that I actually painted in, because I felt like it would look better, look nicer if they were actually, painted silver to look like a metallic Zyudenryu. And it snaps right back over as so. Now, I also put Parasagon and Zoctor on my Spine Dio, just for fun too, so we have all of them still in the mix. They're all here, all 11, wonderful figures. I love them. I really just love having them. Honestly, this is actually a really beautiful formation. It's cute, it's great, and adorable, because Mini-Plas are just fun to have. They're the funnest thing to have in a Sentai line, I believe. They're like my favorite thing. You can buy them almost anywhere, from like Hobby Link, Ami, CS Toys, and eBay. Honestly, wonderful formation, great to have, just beautiful toys indeed. As for now, I've been Wheelchair21. You can find me here on YouTube, Twitter at Wheelchair21, Instagram Taja_Doyle, Hirotaku, and Raijo Nihon. On Raijo Nihon, I am on Tokyo Anime News, WRW, Unichronicles, Ultracast, Morphin Bracers, and possibly many more to come. As for now, I hope you enjoyed the review for Mini-Pla, Bragigas, and Gigante Kyoryujin combination formation. And we'll all see you next time with Kyoryuger Mini-Pla. Possibly.